Imagine this. You're in a relationship that seems perfect, but something inside you knows it's not real. It's not your fault or the other person's. The problem is, you don't know how to distinguish between true love and what's merely a reflection of your wounds. Today, you'll discover how to change that forever. Perhaps you felt that inexplicable connection with someone, as if the universe conspired to bring you together. Or maybe you've experienced the frustration of loving someone who doesn't love you back in the same way. What you're feeling isn't random. Carl Jung, the renowned psychologist, left us profound keys to understanding how true love manifests in our lives. In this video, you'll not only learn to recognize love, but also how to attract and cultivate it. By the end, you'll have the tools to transform how you love and are loved, creating relationships that nourish your soul and lead you to your best version. True love isn't about finding the perfect person, but understanding how your own wounds, desires, and projections influence your relationships. Love is a mirror reflecting the deepest parts of our unconscious. Through Jung's ideas, we'll explore how to heal, grow, and manifest authentic, transformative love. What you love in others reflects what you carry within. If you focus on healing what you dislike about yourself, you'll stop attracting relationships that reinforce your wounds and begin vibrating at a higher frequency. This fundamental principle reveals that our relationships act as precise mirrors of our inner world. When we feel deeply attracted to certain qualities in others, we're recognizing aspects that already exist within us, even if we haven't fully developed them or aren't consciously aware of them. Similarly, when something intensely irritates us about someone, it often points to aspects of ourselves we've repressed, denied, or struggled to accept. These emotional triggers are opportunities for self-awareness and healing. There's an energetic dynamic in our relationships that operates beyond the conscious level. Unconsciously, we attract people who mirror our deepest beliefs about ourselves and how love works. If we internally carry the belief of not being enough, we'll attract relationships that confirm this belief repeatedly. Every relationship in our life, especially the most intense or challenging ones, offers a detailed map of our inner landscape. The people who enter our lives don't arrive by chance, but through vibrational resonance with aspects of our being that need attention, recognition, or healing. When we're stuck in painful, repetitive relational patterns, it's evidence of internal wounds crying out to be healed. These wounds, often rooted in early life experiences, create filters through which we perceive love and relationships. The true transformative work begins when we turn our attention inward, taking responsibility for our emotional well-being. Instead of trying to change others or waiting for someone to complete us, we commit to integrating and healing the fragmented parts of ourselves. By healing wounds of abandonment, rejection, betrayal, or any form of conditional love we've experienced, we release vital energy once trapped in defensive patterns. This liberation naturally raises our vibrational frequency, allowing us to attract and sustain more harmonious, nourishing relationships. A higher vibrational frequency manifests as a greater capacity to give and receive authentic love, set healthy boundaries, communicate with honesty and vulnerability, and remain true to our essence, even in relational challenges. When we begin vibrating from a place of inner fulfillment rather than lack, our relationships cease to be unconscious attempts to fill emotional voids and become sacred spaces for mutual growth, celebration of individuality, and conscious co-creation. The mirror of love invites us to recognize that the journey toward more satisfying, nurturing relationships is, at its core, a journey into our own heart. By loving and accepting all dimensions of ourselves, including those we've judged or rejected, we become magnets for relationships that reflect this same quality of unconditional love. Integrating the shadow in your relationships. The repetitive conflicts you experience aren't coincidences. They're opportunities to integrate your shadow and free yourself from toxic patterns. When you stop blaming others and focus on what they mirror back, love becomes more authentic. The feminine and masculine energies within you must harmonize. If you feel disconnected from one, your relationships will be imbalanced. Learn to nurture both to create more complete connections. These Jungian concepts reveal that every human contains both feminine, anima, and masculine, animus energies, regardless of biological gender. The anima represents receptivity, intuition, emotion, and connection, while the animus embodies action, analysis, structure, and assertiveness. Living disconnected from one of these aspects inevitably creates fragmented relationships. Someone who represses their feminine side may constantly attract partners expressing these qualities, seeking unconscious completion through others. Similarly, someone underdeveloped in masculine energy might depend excessively on others to set boundaries or make decisions, creating relational imbalances where one gives too much and the other takes without reciprocity. Imbalances between anima and animus manifest as repetitive relational patterns. We might repeatedly attract people who activate the same wounds or frustrations, not coincidences but signals of internal aspects seeking recognition and integration. Balancing these energies doesn't mean homogenizing them but honoring their unique, complementary qualities. A healthy anima connects us to sensitivity, emotional fluidity, and intuitive perception. A developed animus grants mental clarity, decisive action, and healthy boundaries. Balancing these energies requires honest self-observation to identify which we've neglected. For many raised as men in traditional cultures, connecting with the anima can be challenging. For many raised as women, expressing the animus may have been discouraged. Nurturing feminine energy might involve meditation, dream work, empathy, and creative expression. Developing masculine energy could include cultivating discipline, assertive communication, critical analysis, and clear boundaries. As these energies harmonize within, our external relationships begin reflecting this inner equilibrium. We no longer need others to compensate for our lacks, as we've integrated these qualities into our psyche. This allows us to relate from fullness, authenticity, and freedom. Relationships emerging from this balance are marked by reciprocity, mutual respect, clear communication, and the ability to sustain intimacy while honoring autonomy. We become capable of giving and receiving, acting and contemplating, setting boundaries and remaining open, creating truly complete connections. True love cannot flourish without inner peace. The individuation process isn't just for you, it's so you can love without fear of losing yourself in another. When you find yourself, you attract others on the same frequency. Jung's path of individuation is the journey toward becoming an integrated conscious being. It's a voyage to the center of your being, reconciling internal contradictions and freeing yourself from limiting identifications with roles or external expectations. This process isn't selfishness, but relational responsibility. Without this inward journey, relationships become fertile ground for projections, dependencies, and fusions that lead to suffering. We seek in others what we haven't found within, placing impossible expectations on the relationship. Individuation lets us distinguish authentic love from imitations. Without a cohesive sense of identity, we might confuse emotional dependency, romantic obsession, or fear of loneliness with true love. These confusions lead us to compromise essential parts of ourselves to maintain connections, breeding resentment and distancing us from authenticity. When we're not at peace with ourselves, we use relationships to escape our voids, seeking someone to complete, validate, or distract us from confronting our shadows. This love is rooted in lack, tainted by fear, control, and conditions. The paradox of individuation is that by becoming more authentically ourselves, we become more capable of genuine connection. By establishing a conscious relationship with our depths, we develop the ability to see others as they truly are, not as projections of our needs or fears. This process frees us from the fear of losing ourselves in others. When we know who we are, we stay centered in our truth, even in deep intimacy. Individuation grants the ability to be fully present and open without defenses, maintaining our essential integrity. Our vibrational frequency fundamentally shifts as we advance, moving from lack, fear, and need to fullness, freedom, and authenticity. This transformation alters the electromagnetic field of our relationships, attracting those resonating with our new frequency. When two individuated beings meet, the possibility of love arises, one honoring both union and autonomy. This love doesn't seek fusion to escape existential loneliness, but celebrates the mystery of two complete, distinct universes meeting. Such relationships foster continuous growth, becoming companions on the journey rather than safe harbors to avoid self-discovery. What we call love is often projection. What we call love is often a projection of our needs, desires, and wounds. We fall for an idea, a fantasy of what we believe someone can give us. Rarely do we see others as they are, with light and shadow. Jung said we project onto others what we haven't integrated within. If you seek security, validation, or love you don't give yourself, you're doomed to cycles of frustration. True love can't flourish in a field of unmet expectations. Imagine idealizing a partner as your savior, refuge, or someone to fill your voids. Over time, you realize they're imperfect. They make mistakes, have bad days, and aren't always emotionally available. You feel betrayed, as if something you deserved was taken. The problem isn't them. You loved a projection, not a real human. To stop projecting, do inner work. What am I seeking? Am I loving this person for who they are or what they represent? Am I expecting them to heal voids only I can fill? This process isn't easy. It requires facing wounds and accepting no one can complete you. But it's liberating. When you stop projecting, you see others clearly, not idealizing or judging, but accepting them as they are. Here, love becomes purer, loving from freedom, a conscious choice to share life with someone not out of need but desire. This love is less dependent and more authentic, not based on what others give but what you build together. It doesn't fear conflict, knowing its growth opportunities. It doesn't fade with mistakes, understanding perfection doesn't exist. You're freed from trying to meet others' unrealistic expectations. You're no longer pressured to play a role but can be authentic, with light and shadow. This is transformative love, not seeking to change others but accompany them. Vulnerability becomes where true connection is born. Next time you idealize someone or feel they don't meet expectations, pause. Ask, am I loving this person or an idea? Remember, true love isn't finding perfection, but learning to love authentically. True love is a dialogue between souls. True love isn't just a connection between two people. It's a soul dialogue. It's moments where words aren't needed, united by resonance beyond the physical or emotional. It's as if souls recognize each other, destined to share a path, even temporarily. But how do you recognize this dialogue? How do you know it's a soul call and not a fleeting illusion? The answer lies in learning to listen, not just with ears, but with your heart. Jung spoke of synchronicities as universal signs guiding us. In love, these synchronicities manifest surprisingly. Unexpected encounters, non-coincidental coincidences, moments where time stops and everything makes sense. For example, thinking of someone who suddenly messages you, or dreaming of someone and waking with newfound clarity. These aren't mere coincidences. They're soul messages, hints of deeper currents. Dreams, per Jung, are windows to the unconscious. In them, the soul speaks symbolically, showing what our conscious mind can't see. Recurring dreams about love-related themes carry emotions and messages to explore. The soul dialogue also manifests in how you feel with someone, not just chemistry but peace, feeling at home. In their presence, the world's noise fades, leaving only essence. This dialogue isn't always easy. Sometimes the soul speaks through pain, loss, or failed relationships. Though difficult, these experiences grow us and clarify what we truly need in love. Learning to listen requires practice and presence, being open to universal signals. It's not about forcing things, but flowing. Trusting true love arrives at the right time and way. When you tune into this dialogue, love stops being a desperate search and becomes a natural, fluid experience. You stop worrying about finding someone, knowing the universe conspires in your favor. When that person arrives, you recognize them not by words or actions, but by soul resonance. Next time you feel a special connection, listen with your heart. Observe. Pay attention to dreams. Trust the soul dialogue will guide you to the love you deserve. Every relationship is a growth opportunity. Every relationship, brief or intense, is a chance to grow. Whether it ends in happiness or pain, lasts years or months, every connection teaches something. The challenges you face in love aren't obstacles to avoid, but lessons to evolve. Understanding this transforms love from a destination into a journey. Imagine everyone entering your life as a mirror reflecting parts of you. Sometimes the reflection is bright, showing your virtues, generosity, and compassion. Other times it's dark, confronting fears, insecurities, and ignored parts. Both are equally valuable. Jung said, love is a catalyst for personal growth because it makes us vulnerable. We drop masks, showing our authentic essence. In vulnerability, we find profound lessons. A painful breakup teaches detachment, resilience, and self-love. A conflict-ridden relationship reveals boundaries and communication needs. Even a perfect relationship teaches gratitude and appreciation. Love as a teacher isn't limited to romance. It's present in friendships, family, and self-love. Every interaction, gesture, or moment of connection teaches something new. The key to learning from love is willingness to listen, stop blaming others, and ask, what can I learn? How can I grow? What does this relationship show me about myself? With this mindset, challenges become evolution opportunities. Arguments become communication lessons. Breakups become rediscovery chances. Love teaches letting go, releasing expectations, preconceptions, and control needs. It shows true love isn't possession, but shared growth. Most importantly, love teaches self-love. All relationships mirror your relationship with yourself. If you don't love, respect, or value yourself, authentic love for others is difficult. True love manifests from within. True love isn't a treasure hunt for the perfect person or filling voids with unsatisfying relationships. It manifests from inner work, alignment of mind, heart, and spirit. When aligned, you vibrate at a frequency attracting authentic, meaningful relationships. The secret? Be the love you want to receive. Imagine love as a mirror. What you give, you receive. What you are, you attract. To receive unconditional love, first love yourself unconditionally. To be treated with respect and understanding, first treat yourself that way. To have passion and connection, connect with your own passion and authenticity. Jung said, "What you deny subdues you. What you accept transforms you." This applies to love. Denying needs, ignoring wounds, or settling for less attracts relationships reflecting self-love lack. Accepting yourself, light and shadow, and committing to growth raises your vibration. Manifesting deserved love isn't magic. It requires introspection, courage, and action. Keys to success: align your mind, cultivate empowering thoughts. Replace "I don't deserve love" with positive affirmations. Connect with your heart. Practice self-compassion. Forgive past mistakes and let love flow from within. Elevate your spirit. Nurture spirituality through meditation, gratitude, or nature. Raise your vibration to attract authentic connections. Be the love you want. Treat others and yourself with kindness, respect, and compassion. You can't give what you don't have. Trust the process. Manifesting love doesn't mean forcing things. Trust the universe conspires in your favor. When ready, love arrives correctly. Meanwhile, enjoy the journey, learn from experiences, and keep growing. Aligning mind, heart, and spirit stops desperate searching and starts natural attraction. People reflect your energy. Relationships become authentic. Next time you wonder why true love hasn't arrived, remember, love isn't sought, it's manifested. The key is being the love you want. When you become your best self, the universe sends someone matching your frequency. True love isn't a destination. It's a journey beginning within and expanding outward. Applying Jung's teachings, you realize love isn't found, but created. In doing so, you transform not just relationships, but your entire life. Are you ready to manifest the love your soul deserves? If this video resonated with you, share your thoughts in the comments. Let's create a world where love is more authentic and conscious. Thank you for being part of this community.